everybody, welcome to Candace O Hair Artistry. I'm here doing a cut on relaxed hair. We also have some color here, and as you can see, I'm just starting in the crown, creating my guideline, and we're pivoting around the top of the hair. She didn't want her sides cut down any further. She liked the length that she had, so I'm not going to be touching the sides and the lower back. We're going to more so deal with the top. And so I'm just going through here, just removing his hair, and she wanted to get rid of that bang. She wanted her hair to be a little bit more spunkier versus conservative. So we're just taking off all this extra length starting in the crown of the head. And I'm just cutting off the corners, as you can see, making sure everything is aligning with the shape of her head. That is the key to a perfect haircut, is making sure that the haircut is aligned with the shape of the head. So now I'm in the back, just taking the weight out of the perimeter. You can see right there. Yep, I'm just going on the upper part of the occipital area, and just making sure that that length is blending in with that guideline that we created at the top, at the apex of her head, right? Yeah, so now we're going to come into this bang, and usually if I cut vertical, I go in horizontally as well, just to make sure I'm going with the top round part of the head as well. So that's my way of cross-checking. So I always go in horizontally once I do vertical. And it just helps me, get an even look to blend in with the sides as well. And she got a spot relaxer today too. I didn't show that part of the video, but she got a spot relaxer today as well. And we did her hair color probably a couple weeks prior to this video. As you can see, we got some fuchsia, a little bit of purple. So once you see the end result, you'll really see how that color is going to pop with the style. So still cross-checking, making sure I got all these corners off. Yep. And then just on the side, you want to make sure it's really cut really good, so that way it's tailored to the shape of the head. And it gives a nice silhouette. And you got some really good looking graduation going. I'm just going around that ear, making sure it's trim. I don't know what it is about most of my clients, but that hair just loves to grow super, super long, right behind the ear. If everything else grew as fast as that little area, people will really be happy, I do think. So we're edging her up. Her hairline does grow in the W, so we just kind of fine tune that. Now I just want to kind of rub my hands through it so you guys can actually see the texture in it from the notching, seeing how it looks in a straight position. We still kept a little bit of her bang. It's not too short and it's not too long. I think it's a perfect length. And at the end of the video, you'll see she really likes it. Now we're about to get into the styling component to style this short, relaxed hair. Right? So definitely want to start in the center. And I like to pivot. When I'm doing short hair, that center part, I pivot around it. So that way it can be closed and it's not like a big old gap in the center of their head. So, and I also like to do more of an on-base type curling method, because that's going to give you what? Volume. And you want that to be voluminous in the top. And it's just a slight C, not a full curl. But we don't want it to be super straight either, so it got to be, right in between. And I've moved to a different, I think that's my 1/4, if I'm not mistaken, because we moved to a different level of length in the head. So I always change my irons, and then we went into the actual smaller iron. I forget what the size of that is. I'm gonna have to learn my flat iron sizes, but you see. And opposite to the head. I like to curl the hair at special angles so that way I can have the movement. I almost always part my hair in different like diagonals because I want the hair to have movement when I actually get ready to break it up. I never do any type of brick lanes or horizontal parting and stuff like that when I'm doing hair because that makes it stiff. And then when it's as the style gets older, it's not gonna move. So you want your hairstyles over time to just flow and drop perfectly for your client. And right here, I'm always framing the face. When you style hair, you gotta frame that face. Like if they have, the most African American women have thin temples, you gotta make sure that you are covering up those areas and framing the face and covering those thinner areas. And doing short hair is really all about balance. Like you gotta know how to balance the hair on the head, and strategically know how to place the curls and what size flat iron that you need in order to create the type of curl in that particular space. So even though I'm going horizontal, that parting is still diagonal, guys. Almost to the front. And I think when you're doing short hair, you have to really have a loose wrist. Can't be stiff. You got to be able to really structure the way you move your wrist and different things like that so that you can create certain types of curls. All right, we ready for a comb out? Y'all ready? Oh my God, don't mess it up. Yes, mess that up. Mess it up, mess it up. Gotta be messy. So then I'll spray some spray to kind of create some texture. And we take our comb and we just rake it up because we have a lot of movement because of. So we're still just going through here, just making sure everything is full, but yet piecey and textured. And as you can see, it frames her face perfectly. And here's a different angle for you guys to see how everything flows. And the end result right here, guys, for you. See how that color pops with that style? It's so pretty. I think she likes it. Actually, you guys gonna see. We're just giving you some different looks, some different angles. You see how that center is closed up, no bald spot. And that's an up close look at the color. Love it. So relaxed, cut, and color. And here's her reaction.
Yay! We're all set.
Oh, yes. I
Indeed. Needed that haircut.
Yes, I needed this.
Had to get back to the vibrancy, huh?